For many decades, the world has understood the power of missiles. These are weapons that can travel long distances to hit a target, acting like very fast, very powerful arrows. Countries have built large collections of them, from short-range rockets to intercontinental ballistic missiles that can cross oceans. These weapons have shaped how nations interact, creating a careful balance of power based on the idea that attacking another country with such a weapon would lead to a devastating response. This concept, known as deterrence, has been a cornerstone of global security, especially during the Cold War. It relies on the ability to see a missile coming and have enough time to react. But imagine a weapon that changes these fundamental rules of speed and detection. This is where hypersonic missiles enter the picture, representing a dramatic shift in military technology. Hypersonic speed is defined as traveling at least 5 times the speed of sound, or Mach 5. To put that in perspective, that is more than 1 mile per second. Unlike a ballistic missile, which travels on a largely fixed, high-arching path like a thrown ball, a hypersonic glide vehicle can change direction during its flight. This ability to maneuver makes it nearly impossible for current defense systems to calculate its flight path and position an interceptor to shoot it down. Iran has long invested heavily in its domestic missile program, seeing it as a vital part of its national defense strategy. For years, the country has developed a wide range of ballistic missiles. These missiles are capable of reaching targets across the Middle East, including Israel and United States military bases, despite Western sanctions to slow its progress. In June 2023, Iran made a startling announcement that captured the world's attention. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, unveiled a new missile they called Fattah. Officials presented the missile at a public ceremony, showcasing a sleek black weapon that they said could bypass all existing missile defense systems with speeds up to Mach 15. According to their statements, the Fattah has a range of 1,400 kilometers, putting all of Israel and numerous American military installations within its reach. Some Western analysts questioned whether the Fattah was genuinely a hypersonic weapon, or perhaps a more limited maneuverable re-entry vehicle. Regardless of the precise technical classification, the development clearly demonstrated Iran's growing ambition. For Iran, the pursuit of hypersonic missiles is deeply rooted in its long-term national security strategy. The country's leaders operate under what they perceive as a constant threat from powerful adversaries. Unlike these rivals, Iran has a relatively weak conventional air force, with aging aircraft that would be outmatched in a direct conflict. To compensate for this imbalance, Iran has focused on asymmetric warfare capability. Missiles have become the centerpiece of this strategy, acting as a powerful deterrent and a means of striking back if attacked. They are Iran's great equalizer. The primary value of a hypersonic missile is its ability to penetrate even the most advanced air defense systems. Israel, for example, has a sophisticated multi-layered missile defense network, including the Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow systems. Beyond its defensive value, a hypersonic capability also enhances Iran's ability to project power and influence across the region. It is a powerful symbol of technological achievement and military might. For its allies and proxy groups such as Hezbollah in Lebanon or the Houthis in Yemen, Iran's advanced weaponry provides a powerful security umbrella, sending a clear signal that an attack on its partners could provoke swift retaliation. The announcement of Iran's hypersonic missile capability has undoubtedly sent shockwaves through the capitals of its regional neighbors. For countries like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, this development represents a direct escalation. They have watched with concern as Iran has expanded its ballistic missile arsenal and supported proxy forces across the region. The arrival of a weapon designed to be unstoppable elevates this threat to a whole new level. In response, these nations are likely to pursue several courses of action, starting with seeking even more advanced missile defense technologies from the United States and other international partners. This could spark a new and highly advanced arms race in the region, as Gulf countries pour billions of dollars into creating a shield against Iran's new sword. Faced with a more formidable Iranian threat, some countries might feel compelled to strengthen their security partnerships. This could accelerate the normalization of relations between Israel and some Arab states. We could see the emergence of a more formal anti-Iran coalition, united by the common goal of containing Tehran's growing military power and regional ambitions. The introduction of hypersonic missiles into the volatile Middle East brings with it a host of new risks. One of the most significant dangers is the compression of decision-making time during a crisis. Because these missiles travel so fast, the time between launch detection and impact is reduced to mere minutes. This leaves leaders with almost no time to verify the nature of an attack or consider a measured response. This new technology also lowers the threshold for conflict. A country possessing hypersonic missiles might feel more confident in its ability to conduct a successful first strike without suffering meaningful retaliation. Iran, for instance, might believe it can hit key military targets in Israel or a United States base with such speed and surprise that the enemy's ability to respond effectively is crippled from the outset. Furthermore, the proliferation of such advanced weapons creates a dangerous cycle of escalation. As Iran fields its hypersonic missiles, its rivals will race to acquire similar technologies or defenses. In this tense atmosphere, any accident or miscalculation could be misinterpreted as a deliberate act of aggression. The more such weapons exist in the region, the greater the statistical probability that they will one day be used. The international community's response to Iran's claimed hypersonic capability will be complex and multifaceted. For the United States and its European allies, this development is deeply troubling. Diplomatically, they will likely condemn the program at international forums like the United Nations, arguing that it violates resolutions aimed at curbing Iran's missile activities. On the military front, the United States will be pressed to accelerate its own development of next-generation missile defense systems. The Pentagon is already investing billions in programs aimed at tracking and intercepting hypersonic threats. The United States will also work more closely with its regional partners, especially Israel and the Gulf states, to bolster their collective defense posture through joint exercises and enhanced intelligence sharing. In contrast, other global powers like Russia and China will likely have a more measured and perhaps even supportive response. Both Moscow and Beijing have their own advanced hypersonic programs. They may view Iran's new capability as a way to bog down United States military resources in the Middle East. While unlikely to offer public praise, they may provide tacit support or use their veto power to block punitive UN resolutions. In summary, Iran's entry into the hypersonic missile arena marks a pivotal moment for the Middle East and for global security. These weapons, defined by their incredible speed and maneuverability, are designed to render existing defense systems obsolete. Iran's unveiling of the Fattah missile represents a significant claim of technological progress, aimed at bolstering its national defense and projecting power across a hostile neighborhood. This development is not merely about a single new weapon, but about a shift in the very nature of military power in the region. The reactions from Iran's neighbors will be swift and predictable, likely fueling a new, more dangerous arms race. The incredibly short flight times of hypersonic weapons will shrink the window for diplomatic de-escalation during a crisis, forcing leaders into making rapid, irreversible decisions under immense pressure. The global response will be fragmented, with Western nations seeking to contain Iran through sanctions and enhanced military deterrence, while powers like Russia and China may see strategic advantage in a more multipolar military landscape. We are standing at the threshold of a new era, one where the old rules of deterrence are being rewritten by the physics of hypersonic flight. The challenge now is to prevent this technological leap from becoming a leap into a new and more destructive chapter of conflict. The future of the Middle East is not yet written, but the introduction of these ultra-fast weapons has made the task of writing a peaceful one significantly more difficult. The world must pay close attention, because the ripples from this development will be felt far beyond the region's borders.